I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Um, I'm super low key today. I'm just wearing this really old little top because I feel like it's good when I get a little bit, as I get a little bit thicker, as I get a little bit squishier. I like the comfy. Got my nice socks. Got my no. Someone was asking. No, this is my actual eyebrow shape. This is my real face, my real eyebrows, my real eyebrow shape. That's why I just, even after I bleach them, I still like my eyebrow shape better. But I'm growing them. I bleach them so I can grow them, so I can maybe have fluffier ones. Let's see. Random start comment, first minute of the day. Okay. So it's early, and they've been trying to get me to get on here for a while. I found, look at how tiny, look at how little baby tiny this is. Look at it. It's so tiny. Okay, these look so good. So take a moment. I'm really catching a lot of this pink and red energy. You know, they want me to keep going, like I was like scrubbing it out. And they wanted me to leave it, like leave a little bit of the red, leave a little bit of the pink, and obviously, like, I can't really do that, but, so there can be something about this, about coming from the root into the solar plexus, right, into this space of creation. So something that we can understand or that we can know is when we're harnessing sexual energy properly, like this root chakra, this red, right, sexual energy properly, and we're bringing it up to the solar plexus, to this yellow space, we can actually, sorry, I'm gonna go over here. We can actually, you know, hone that energy. We can start using that energy in a better way, which is nice, right? We're activating as we move up through the different colors, right? Like you see me wear a lot of green. Green is heart chakra, and blue, right? Here I'm putting the dolphins meeting, kissing, this little heart, whatever. This is about being able to freely and openly, right? The blue is why I put the blue back here. It is like the throat chakra, right? And as we get farther up into the third eye, and the crown, we have like this purple, this indigo, and this like purple violet, like white violet. And so what we're doing, what I'm getting at is, what I'm really feeling is that we're moving from this grounding space, from this base root chakra space, okay, up to this space of creation. So we're restructuring what that is right now. We're restructuring that, you know, with the retrograde and everything going on in Scorpio and also in Sagittarius. What that tells me is like transformation, rebirth, but also like as much as Scorpio is transformational, Scorpio is also like, okay, let's try something new, you know, and that's kind of like Sagittarius's mode, right? To where it can kind of become a detriment to them sometimes, because they're just always chasing the next wave, to where they don't have the ability sometimes to like commit or foot in, you know. It's like whatever's exciting. And so let us understand that we're graduating from that energy. We're going towards what brings us joy, like what brings our soul, our inner being alignment and joy, but not so much just like pleasurable joy, you know. Does it mean everything's going to be uncomfortable? No, that's not what it means. It just means it's different when we start to tune in, when we're basically instruments, right? We're not just batteries, we're basically musical instruments. And our voice itself is meant, right? Our voice itself is meant for to heal our body itself. It's its own specific frequency. And so because of this, because it's its own specific frequency, it's what helps to heal us, right? So again, that's why I do the psychotherapy. speaking, talking, letting things out, not letting them stay stored in the body. This is really important, number one. Number two, not just speaking to hear yourself speak. Like, if you don't have something to say, then hum. This can change frequency. If you have a little bit of issues with that, get some singing bowl. Get a singing bowl. There's all different kinds, sizes, types. These are crystal. I did a really, these are really special ones to me because my friend who did a lot of sound sessions for me use these particular bowls. So before she's leaving the island, I got them from her because it's really helped me reprogram. So take a moment. As you breathe and you listen to this, allow these creative thoughts to come into your space, to come into your energetic field. Allow your body to relax for a moment. Standpoint, from a really creative space, somewhere that you guys may have been blocked or been feeling blocked. Obviously that's why it stopped, right? And I want you to envision this creative space or a project or a thing in your solar plexus, like in your stomach area. And I want you to imagine this beautiful golden yellow color. And I want you to put that idea, that creative idea, or that thing that you're ready to transmute, to transform, inside of this little light that's this golden yellow in your creative space. And imagine as if it's your new project, your new baby, right? And imagine Empress energy. Doesn't matter what gender you are. Imagine this creative project in this space, this solar plexus space, glowing. And as you hear the singing bowl vibrate, I want you to see that project vibrate. And for some of you, you may see actual people or steps or other things that come into play from it. And I want you to imagine it gestating. I want you to imagine this idea to be something that just keeps expanding and growing. And it's not just something that you're teaching, it's teaching you as well. But it's something beautiful that you can share with others. And it's something different, something nobody's ever seen before. lightly dissipates out. I want you to come back here into this reality. And you should be feeling great and attuned. So, right now we have so much energy going on, so much solar flare energy, so much downloads, light activations, upgrades. Transmissions, and it's wild. Like, that's why they just told me these connection stories are getting really intense. And a lot of people are coming into union, which is beautiful. Okay? A lot of people who weren't able to express their emotions before are finally able to. I'm not sure that I'm going to use this deck. So for many of you guys, you have been working really hard. You have been putting out a lot of energy and effort, and you are going to be rewarded by the universe, okay? Some of you have this very intense, like, nurturing energy, like mothering energy. Some of you guys have very intense, like, Mary Magdalene energy. But this is something that's going to be gifted to you guys. Wow, this is really beautiful. Okay, this is something that's going to be gifted. As I'm looking at this card, this is really interesting. Okay, she does look like a Sophia or like a Mother Mary, right? However, when I look here, this is about like reciprocity, about it coming back. But this, and she's like a divine figure because she's, look at that, 1222, because she's like in this light blue, right? So she's having higher visions, connectivity, right? But if you look, I don't know if you guys can see without, I don't know if I can get it without this blocking the, because there's gold foil, sometimes it shines. But if you look, it's actually like these two are like, wait a second. As the universe is, as the higher powers are granting them this equal balance, right? As they're being granted this balance is when they're finally, it's like when they're finally seeing each other. There's some things that they had to get in order. There's some things that they had to get in order. For many of you guys, it could have been dealing with a partnership. It could have been dealing with some type of business or some other thing, but this is definitely like a love partnership, okay? This has been something that's been going on maybe since either April or August, okay? This has been an ongoing thing. This could also have to do with, now it doesn't have to, but it could have to do with an Aries or a Leo, okay? Strong energy of that, also strong earth energy. Whoa. Oh, the Empress right here. Okay, so we do have, so for someone, okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Two of Cups, and the Empress. Okay, you guys, this looks like it's definitely a divine union. Yeah, someone is coming to make this offer. With Justice and the Ace of Coins. Someone is coming to make this offer. This may be somebody that you haven't seen for a long time. Okay? And when you see this person, they may look different, okay? Where they may have been like a page or an apprentice or whatever before, right? Where they may have just been working on something before, just kind of messing around. Or maybe they were hiding their actual skills or talents, right? Either they've been hiding themselves or their skills or their talents, okay? But they've definitely been hiding, okay? They've been hiding something. And they've been working on something. And they're not the same person, okay? There's a strong push on that. Like, they've done the work. Like, they didn't want to re-enter carrying a lot of baggage. Does that make sense? They wanted to enter very light. For some of you, they may have sold a lot of their things or given up something. But they definitely want to come in and they want to offer you something. For some of you, they may want to work with you. Okay? They see you as they see you as somebody very passionate, okay? And as somebody very secretive. And they like that. They know that you got a lot of things going on, but you don't really show them. Like, nobody really knows what they are, but it's a lot of stuff. And it doesn't matter. You're like, slow and steady wins the race. And you're very set on what your boundaries, what you will and won't put up with. You're not a weak individual, okay? Neither person is a weak individual, okay? There's a lot of passion here. There is a lot of passion, and a lot of passion to not just start this new beginning, but to also start this family, this emotional state. Yeah. It's not an option. It's not a decision. That means they've already made their decision. Yeah. The 2 swords in reverse with judgment upright. They've already made their decision. Okay. They just haven't told anybody, or they haven't told you. Okay. They've been keeping something a secret. Or maybe they're secretly slightly scared of what their judgment can be when you come back around. For you, you're their wish fulfillment, okay? They have everything that they have all of their dreams, all of their wishes have come true. The only thing they're missing is you. The only thing that could really grant all of their wishes is for you to be there. That's what would make them happy. Or for them to be with you, whatever, however that works out, okay? For many of you guys, someone may be coming, okay? Someone may be coming to see you. Okay, again, we have strong energy here. Okay, we have the Judgment, which is Libra energy. Okay, Empress is Venus energy. The Moon is Cancer and Pisces energy. The Sun is Leo energy. And the Star is Aquarius energy. Okay? The Hermit is Virgo. Justice is Libra. And these don't have to be like, just because I say the astrological signs doesn't mean the person has to be that or whatever. These are just what I'm seeing. I just calls it like I sees it, you guys. I just calls it like I sees it. So can you tell me, what is this, they've been working on how to offer you this couple love. Okay, I'm like, what are they working on? What are they hiding? They're hiding how much they love you. They're hiding that they hate to have to admit that they did something wrong, that they missed an opportunity, that they fucked up. So what they've been working on is healing that or getting past that, okay? For many of you guys, there could have been different paths, different pathways, or they could have taken a different path, which now they're retracting on. They're like, shit, I need to go back. I need the Empress. They need their Empress. Okay, so tell me, what is this Judgment with the Two of Swords and the Moon? The World. You are their ending and their beginning, their everything, and that's what scares them. That's what scares them, the world and the Wheel of Fortune. That's what scares them. It's almost like you're a bit like their kryptonite, like you're their everything, and so some part of them is like feeling loved and fortunate, like I want to get lost. I want to get lost in this world or this universe. God, hold on one second. Basically, they can't they can't express how much you mean to them. What the fuck? Hold on, guys. For many of you guys, for many of the situation is they're just choking on their words. Maybe they had something happen to where they can't actually physically speak. They may have had something happen with their throat. Yeah, something happened with their throat. They can take more action than they can speak necessarily. Can they speak? Excuse me, there may be a block. They're clearing that up. So they're clearing the throat chakra, okay? That's what they've been working on. Maybe is clearing the throat chakra. That's quite possible. I think they've been working on creating something, though. The artist, okay? Maybe part of that has to do with expression. Hold on one second, guys. I think part of the expression as the artist is like... Sorry, I don't know what that was. That was like side dub or something, and I couldn't listen to it. So sorry if I lost you guys for that, but I can't do it. I can't do it. So as the artist, what I feel like is what they've actually been taking action on, right? What they've been working on is honing their craft. So, maybe because the thing is because they don't have a way to really express what they want to say, but they realize it's just like dragging it out, right? They realize it's just like taking more time than it needs to, and all that it's doing is giving themselves more work and more stress, and all it's doing is like preventing the union from occurring, right? Because they're overthinking it. Yeah. Now, this can be some type of spell work that is coming from another, from a third party, from another woman, okay? I consistently have been seeing in a lot of these love reads this Queen of Wands in reverse, okay? For many, this can mean, why are we seeing the Seven of Swords here? Okay. For many of you guys, they don't want to mess up, so they're doing something a little bit more complex. They know that maybe because a lot of time or effort or space or energy has passed, right? The world, the Wheel of Fortune. They know that, okay, they know that they kind of already missed their opportunity, right? But they're also not willing to take that as like the final defeat, right? They're not willing to take that as the final defeat. So tell us, what is this Two of Swords in reverse? The King of Wands. At some point, maybe this person tried to express some love or some passion, maybe some even like sexual connectivity or something like that, or maybe something that you did, acting out of passion, actually made them defensive. Okay, this is what happened. There was actually a fight. There was actually a fight, and this person was acting very defensive out of a state of ego because they were so in love with you. And they thought it was the same, and when they maybe saw you with somebody else, they felt betrayed and defensive. So they decided to maybe secretly do something else. Yeah, to pretend like they were single, to try to break your heart and create an abandonment. They bailed out. They did it intentionally to hurt you, so you would feel abandoned. For some people actually have been blocking, okay? Some of these third parties have been blocking your money and your things from coming in because there's a lot of people that aren't trying to be your friend, stabbing you in the back out here. A lot of attack. A lot of attack energy. What is this? What is this message, please? I'm going to get this other deck. What are these messages, please, and thank you? Yeah, there was a lot of people that betrayed. I think both parties, okay? But they know that they know that they betrayed you, okay? That's why they're having such a difficult time coming back in. Because they actually betrayed you, they actually abandoned you. And you've offered several invitations to them. And they denied them. They overreacted maybe. Now they're coming. Yeah. Now they're coming. They see you as their happy ending. They see you as their happy family. Tell me about this. They were foolish. That's why it's taking so long for them to figure out how to compose this, because they were keeping multiple options. They were keeping multiple options because they needed extra attention, and because they were keeping this multiple options, and because they were trying to keep it a secret, that's what ultimately ended up causing the problem, because they were trying to play this card as if they were single when they weren't. And so what they did is, by trying to make one person jealous and get something, they tried to make both people jealous, but what it did is in turn it made them end up single, but like not single and happy, not single and successful. Like it was a reverse. Like basically both parties got played, right? So basically like one said, no, fuck you, I'm out, it's over, game over, right? And they're like, I'm gonna provide my own happiness. My happiness is not dealing with sneaky lying son of a bitches, right? And that was their final call. It's like, nope, I see no future with you. Cool. You're not offering me anything. You're not improving anything. You're giving me extra work, in fact, and not helping. So one said, fuck you, and the other said, you used me. I'm fucking out of here. Now, actually, one of them, because this is in reverse, so two portions, where one person did this, they're now trying to come back. And they're going to try to come back crying like, oh, these people did all this shit to me. Like, they did all this stuff to me while they were over here doing all this stuff, coming up on all this money off of spreading your information, all your past information all around, okay? They gained attention, but really, who they were gaining attention from was all these backstabbing, trifling ass hoes. So now they're over there feeling like, fuck, completely out of balance, completely unstable. Yeah. Where they thought that they could one up, they're now 10 down. You know, they're now like, they're cut off forever, right? Like it's almost like for this karmic, it's like there's nothing they can say. Like, they can apologize. They definitely owe the apology, but it's like there's nothing they can say to win the battle. Do you know what I'm saying? And the more time that goes by, it's not going to make it better. Do you know, like, it's not going to improve anything. So, if you owe somebody a big sorry and some consistency and some stability and some work, then that's what you fucking owe them. I don't know, but that's between y'all. All I want to know is, what is this message? What is this message? Queen of Pentacles, stability. Four of Wands, union. Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, they are basically obsessed with creating this reciprocity, because this is the first card that came out here, the Six of Pentacles. This is how they feel. This is why they feel they can't see you. They feel they haven't created enough reciprocity. Is that real? Or that's like their own, that's like a little bit their own mental construct, guys, okay? Because they're basically torturing themselves because they missed the opportunity to protect and take care of feminine when they should have, right? They went somewhere else. And they just pretended like it didn't even exist, right? So, I get it, okay? So for many of them, they're rushing towards you, right? Saying, I'm not about to miss this opportunity again, okay? For many, they want to take you away, take you off the market, so you're not an available opportunity. But what I'm seeing here is, what's taking so long, the reason why they can't come in and offer you this passion is because they can't feel good about themselves as a person, as a man. They don't feel like there's proper balance or reciprocity, like how much has been put in. For many of you guys, it can actually be your ancestors. Yeah, the ancestors. So the ancestors are actually putting these people through the ringer, right? Being like, no, you don't have an option anymore. Now you have to do all of these things. You don't have a choice. For many of them, their ancestors can be telling them, you don't have another dream. You don't have it. Like, this is everything. This is no fucking secret. This is everything. Figure it out. That's the Empress, okay? She's been waiting. And she ain't gonna do it anymore if you're fucking out there sneaking around. So drop the games. Take the action. Stop being inactive. And that's how you get the fortune, okay? Maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're trying to wait for something. You know, Maybe they're trying to wait for a payout or something like this to come. It's quite possible. Because they want to offer something. Because they don't want to come in without anything. They don't want to come in empty-handed. But the reality is, where they are standing there trying to fill their hands, like there's a lot of other people trying to fill their hands with feminine too, so that's the reality. Presence is the best present, just so y'all know. Just to keep it real. So anyways, I'm gonna hop off because I just wanted to do a quickie before breakfast, before I get ready for the most amazing day, for the first day of the rest of my life. Okay, guys, as always, I appreciate your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. If you haven't contributed and you have the capacity to contribute $1, $5, $25, $100, whatever, I can really, really use your support and your assistance, and I'm appreciative for everybody that has been sending support and love and assistance in all the different ways and forms that you give it. My Give, Send, Go is in the information box below. Okay, guys, help your homegirl out. I ain't trying to lose my spot. So anyways, as always, infinite blessings, love, and light. If nobody told you today, you're doing great. Keep going. Keep on pushing. Okay? Things are working out. We're just in this crazy energy, this psycho solar storm energy. And, oh my God, you guys, I want to explain something to you. So as we're jumping timelines, as we're quantum jumping and we're jumping timelines, what I've noticed is seeing doppelgangers of people that were people that you like, they were your friends, but you're like, I can't really like get on board with these people because you don't really feel that they're like changing. And so anyways, as I was fucking on YouTube yesterday, I subscribed, this was like a while ago, I subscribed because it was funny, because I wanted to initially send it to somebody else. But the point of my last little story here is, as you start to vibrate on a higher frequency or a higher timeline, right, what will happen is you start to see these people that were familiar people or faces or things like that, you start to see them pop up as other people in situations. And so that's basically like what I experienced. I'm trying to find it and show you guys, just because I think it's so crazy. Just because I think it's so fucking crazy. But yeah. Anyways, I wanted to show you. It's not gonna let me. Stupid thing. Anyways, I saw this person that used to be like a close friend, and now it's like this person, and it's like this whole other person, right? She's female, not male, but they look like, oh my God, they look identical. I can't, like, it's so crazy. And they move and they act kind of identical and sound very similar, but they're not similar. But the point is what it shows me is that this new person is, you know, like, as we're quantum jumping, as we're jumping timelines, you will see, I've talked about this before, you'll see the different versions of these people show up on these higher versions or timelines. There will be different whatever. And so anyways, that's what I was experiencing, but I don't think I can see it because I listen to so much music on this channel. Yeah, I don't think I can see it. But anyways, it's so crazy. I can't even stop tripping out on it. So yeah, just so you know, as you do what you do. Oh, here. Oh my God, I need another thing to show you guys, like, what my actual friend looked like. So anyways, and this is actually great information.
At 3:51 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got blasted with a major X4 solar flare, and the
Jody Jones,
incoming radiation,
psychic medium.
and spirit is literally whispering one word, stratosphere, meaning this one hit higher, harder, and deeper into the systems that actually matter. But let's address the thing that you guys keep asking me. Why do I feel this, but nobody around me feels anything? That's because empaths are not built like the rest of the world. We come through different paraportals. We carry different frequencies. And our nervous systems are wired like a hypersensitive, multidimensional mainframe that spirit calls the empath blueprint. Now, here's the kicker. Empaths carry way more fear frequency than the average soul. And it's not because we're weak. It's because fear was our curriculum, our life lessons, our karmic initiations. And that fear vibration drip feeds the pathogens, the very bugs we hold, which means our systems get hit harder during big solar flare events because the light triggers both the healing and the pathogen activity. So what happens? Your nervous system feels the bugs move. Your body feels the energetic shift, and your awareness flips the panic switch. The amygdala in the brain goes, something's wrong, we're in danger, we're dying, something's trying to take us out. Then there's the flood of adrenaline, the flood of cortisol. You feel like you're being taken out, and it's not the ascension symptoms. It's your body trying to make sense of the frequency surge that's coming through. But this is where spirit is being very direct today. You must stabilize your field. Reconnect to source. Anchor your God
Oops, I don't want to stop it. I want to like
connection. When the mind stops spiraling, the symptoms stop escalating. I used to get taken out by these flares. Now, I ride them like a wave because I learned how to stop letting my mind hijack my nervous system. Empaths, today is not the day to let your hyperbolic mind run the show. We are being upgraded, no doubt about that, not being destroyed. You just need to remember who's driving your human vehicle.
That's right. Empaths, who's driving your spaceship? So, anyways, go follow this person, Jody, Jodi Jones, psychic medium. Okay, she's also awesome. I started following her like a few months ago because I just thought it was funny because initially I saw it and it looked like my friend, like my ex-friend, and I was tripping out on it. But this just goes to show, right? Like, this is just further information that goes to show, like, as we jump and change timelines and things like this, we will start to see evidence of jumping into these new timelines, new people, new situations that are happening. And so, like, that's what's going to happen. Let me see if I can find you guys a picture so you can just trip out. But anyways, yeah, so that's what you will notice. Like, you'll notice much more, like, that you'll start to see different things that look similar but aren't quite similar, you know? Oh, I don't know if I can find this person. I don't know if I can find them. It's been a long time. This is what I'm talking about. But as I just like remove certain people, right, they pop up. That's the point, is they're popping up as this different person on a higher timeline, on a higher time frame, you know. But it's like, so the way I look at it is like pattern disrupt and then reprogramming, right? The brain is reprogramming. So it's even reprogramming like people that look familiar to people that maybe were toxic or abusive to us. You know, it's going to start to do that. It's going to start to give you signs that you're in a safer space, that these other people or these other situations aren't unsafe like you thought. And it's going to start to change the perspective of that. And that is the point, is like you have to change the perspective of, you know, what's going on around you, how you're absorbing things going on around you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've literally blocked this person out. That's so funny. That's so funny, but that's just like, that's life, right? That's life. So anyways, all good. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So look and be okay with finding different things that give us, oh, here. This is the actual my actual friend. Tell me he doesn't look like the girl that we were just fucking watching. You can go back and rewind and check. So anyways, this is my point is right when somebody's not ready to step into your higher when someone's not ready to step into your higher vibrational frequency, you will receive another sign or a signal or another person or another pathway that looks similar or familiar that's trying to lead you down it. Now, sometimes it's a trick. Know the difference between if it's a trick or not. But like for instance, in this person that I found, a couple months ago, Jody, she's a really cool psychic medium, and the information that she's sharing online is good. Go and follow her. I'll try to figure out how to put a link. I'll try to figure out how to put a link on here. Hopefully she doesn't get mad. But that's what everything really breaks down to is like how we're picking up on information, how we're choosing to share information with each other, and how we're choosing to process information. And as we choose to process this information, like we're not giving energy towards these old things that were bringing us in these more downward states, then what we start to understand is that, well, if we don't give it the energy, then it doesn't have any energy, right? Energy goes where energy flows where attention goes, right? So if we're giving our attention to things that are uncomfortable for us, okay, maybe do it as you're processing the emotion, as you're healing the unprocessed emotion. Do that, but then after that, you can't be in that space. You have to move through it. Emotions, energy in motion, okay? It's meant to move. It's meant to be felt. It's meant to be experienced. It's not always going to be comfortable. Not everything we feel is comfortable. Not everything we taste is delicious. What one person says feels like a good level of a massage may be too intense or maybe too soft for another person. Understand, we're just like source experiencing itself. So, and be okay with that. All right, guys? As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. And remember, allow for the brain and the subconscious and the matrix to help you to reprogram these things that used to be toxic, people, places, things, with better things. That's giving your brain this, nope, it's okay. Number one key, you can't just delete things. Your brain doesn't just forget things. So when I first had trauma years ago, I started learning about this, about how to program. I wanted to learn how to deprogram memories because I couldn't. It was like nightmares. PTSD can be very intense, And what I realized is actually our brain doesn't forget things. It doesn't deprogram things. All you can do is kind of like, you can't really wipe the slate clean unless you have like serious traumatic brain injury, which did help me quite a bit. I will admit it took out a lot of the bullshit for me, but you have to actually rewrite, reprogram, so it helps. And that's why I was just sharing this, right? Now I have this very healthy individual that looks like this person. So anytime my brain is like, I haven't really, to be honest, thought about that person in a very long time. That person came by my house and was being all creepy and never came in and drove off and almost crashed on the way. So I was like, what is this person really up to, right? I don't think this person is my friend. If a person is your friend, they're going to check in on you. If someone's telling them that you're sick and you're dying and you're 90 pounds and you're going crazy and you're dying and that person's your friend and you don't hear anything from them until a day or two before your birthday because they want you to make them a Halloween costume or what? Like what? No. But they don't say anything when they come to the door? Sketchy. Sketchy at best. How people respond. Now here's something that my grandfather taught me, right? Always give people enough, he said, I always gave people enough rope to hang themselves with. And I was like, I couldn't understand that. Like, what? What? And it's like, I'm going to give you the extra rope. Like, I'm going to give you the extra inch or the extra mile. But Like, don't hang yourself on it. Do you know, like, don't get hung up on it. Like, it's like, I'm going to pretend like I'm not watching and see what you do. But know that the same rope that I gave you to climb or to get through something is also the same rope that you can be hung with for your actions, is kind of the gist of the gist. I don't know why that's a saying, but it is, but it's a thing, right? It's the same as I give you an inch, you take a mile, or whatever. You know, it's a saying, and the reason why it's a saying is because it's something to remain potent in the brain, right? You have to have something that's remaining at this potency of like, okay, recognition. And once you recognize it, then you can say, okay, so now whenever I go to this place, or now whenever I eat this thing, or now whenever this thing that I have trauma connected to, I'm not as affected by it. Like, I would say I'm the least affected, even though this was probably the most intense dramatic shit I ever went through. Maybe not the most intense dramatic, but like from a heart space, yes. And because of that, I'm just like, nope. You know, my scorpionic energy of just being able to cut it off, like, this is dead to me, like, this is done, this is over. Like, for some things we want to transform and transmute. For other things, you know, when they've reached their point, you know, like, and you say, okay, I'm good. I don't need any more of that lesson. Thank you very much. And you move on to the next thing. So, blessings to you guys that are moving forward and moving on and evolving and leveling up. Okay? Blessings and best of luck to you guys that are not out there doing that. But I send you warm love and light and energy. And as always, keep going. You got this. Ciao for meow.